Hello, everyone's been against 99, aka No-Brainer, being quick, doing the exact same thing yet again as I did before. Actually, I'm going to move this over here. This time my characters aren't white, so that's great. Game number 5. I'm up against an Akbar Han Solo deck, so that's super interesting. This is like the most health you can get in an Akbar deck at 28. And Akbar is going to keep playing X-Wings as time goes on, and that's going to get really bad if I don't kill him quite quickly. Fortunately, this deck is pretty quick at killing. Say that 5 times fast. Quick. You see, it's hard. I have taken out that zero cost flipper die. I've added in some stuff. We'll see if we get that drawn. Soretsu, Force Storm. I don't like either of these. The Fluid Repose, not really either. The Unending Hate could work just as a thing, but he's not got any dice at the start of the game. So I'm probably just going to throw all 5 of this. I'm just going to throw all of this back. Get a completely new hand. Look for this Neiman Training. Get the Neiman Training. Get a Death Field. Death Field is pretty good against, you know, it's pretty good. Like, the indirect just becomes direct once a character dies. But I doubt I'll be able to play it in time. He's got Mean Streets, so that's worth noting. So we'll take my battlefield. Yeah. I don't want to deal with the Mean Streets at all from Han. ULHF. Oh, those Mean Streets weren't crucial. As the first thing I would definitely do here is play a Neiman Training on the 10th brother. Yeah, just absolutely. Han gets a blank. Cool for Han. Alright. 10th brother. I want to see if he plays any more shield stuff before I do the shield stuff. 10th brother can turn the Neiman Training. Neiman Training can then turn itself to get me 2 of these if I really want to. But I probably don't want to. Do I Guardian that? I Guardian that. Let's Guardian that away. Take 2. Put a resource on Watch Your Career with great interest. Blank and discard. Alright, well. This is a great and powerful start. I'm going to play the Forbidden Law because I can. I guess I discard Fluid Repose here. I don't need any of this stuff. I could turn my own die to a sideshow and a blank here. Just for the thing. Honestly, I mean, yeah, kinda. But then it's stopping him from re-rolling. So yeah, I'm just gonna discard this, and I'm just gonna re-roll these 4 dice. Just going for the melee, and wow, all the blanks in the world. Alright, fine, I'm not gonna Death Field this early, and re-roll these 4 dice. Alright, that's something more. I will take the money, for sure. I will play Pieces of Light to remove those 2 shields. Do I want to hit Han for 5, or do I want to hit Akbar for 5? When Akbar dies, it's game over. Han dying is pretty good. We're just going to do 5 to the Akbar. Pay 1 for it. He's going to claim. I'll discard from his hand then. Alright, hit the Outrider. That's a pretty good hit. That's a really good hit, actually. Because he's going to have 4 resources here. Here's his first X-Wing coming up. Draw 5 more cards. Only got 1 onto Watch Your Career Great Interest, but also that first round he kind of just did nothing. He is going to be able to use Salt Flats, though, to help him out a bit. Veteran of War, heal him up a bit, makes sense. I can Forbidden Law a second time and then play Force Storm for 2. That's pretty good. Now, I'll Forbidden Law a second time regardless. Get that money going. Alright, gonna spend all of his money now. Let's get that Force Storm out for 2. Ah yes, the piloting. Akbar has piloting. A resource and a special. So that allows him to remove the red die, which does suck. That allows him to remove a die and gain an extra resource, which does suck quite badly. I think I'm going to just roll in the Savage here and then go for a Forsaken on that dart. Wow, double blanks. That is not what I wanted to see at all. Well, 10th brother comes in then, I guess. Ugh. So this guy is getting removed. Yep. And he's going to resolve the resources. What? Red. Red only. Alright, I'm going to Neiman training to turn it to a melee and then remove it to get a shield. If he can just play this slowly enough, he does eventually win after all. And that does worry me a lot. So I can Forsaken to just get rid of that discard side, and yeah, I guess I'll Forsaken it. Get a 3rd point on Watch Your Career. Gonna Parachute like that, sure. I'll discard, reroll 4. Hey, damage. Flee the scene to remove these 2 dice makes sense. So I get to do 1 damage. I get to discard. And then I pass. And then there we go. Alright, so he's managing to stall me out here for in these X-Wings. They're slowly getting up here, right? The X-Wings do damage equal to the number of them that are in play, so the more of them in play, the stronger this gets. My second Death Field has come out, my second, my other Neiman training. Some of those are pretty good. Double discard there, and a blank. So I think I can isolate the double discard just fine here. Because I don't really have good character dice to remove otherwise. Put that 4th point on Watch Your Career. And then I can, if he doesn't roll anything else out, I will Forsaken this. Triple focus, okay. Do I play another Neiman training? Just to try and get this 6 out. I think I do, but I could just not need to. I'm just going to play it. I'm just going to play it. More chances to get Watch Your Career going, because this is really slow. This is really slow. Savage, gonna take the 2. And that puts a point on the Watch Your Career. That's 5 damage. He's kind of got to remove one of those. Just gonna jump. Alright. He just jumps. Well, that is another way of doing this. Getting another X-Wing. Alright, this is all very, very scary. Very, very scary indeed. I don't need the Death Field in play, so I'll discard it. Roll 3. Part of the problem is he's managed to get he's got the battlefield off me. I went for the discard and stuff. I should not have done that probably. I should have just gone for the battlefield, because this allows him to just Veteran a war every turn. At the start of every round. So yeah, I think I've got a great start. I've got a great hand here though. So just gonna roll in the Savage for 2 melee. Just going to resolve the 2 melee. Special and resource. Special and resource, yeah. Alright. Neiman training. Override Neiman training with a mastery. Yeah, override Neiman training with a Neiman mastery to blank that die and get that 6th point on Watch Your Career. Gonna resolve the 2 resources. This means I could Forsaken that die, which might be what I would need to do here. I mean, I've got a lot to happen before resolves this Veteran. So yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna Watch Your Career, get out this guy, kill Savage for it. Boom, boom. Here we are. I'm a Darth Vader now. Fear me. All that's in my bin is Death Fields, so that's kind of awkward. There he gets the Outrider, okay. So because all that's in my bin is Death Fields, this makes things really awkward. It's going to cost 5 to get out of Death Field. But the damage output is going to be insane. Alright, there's the Neiman Training into Neiman Mastery. Gonna remove that die for 1, and then what is he gonna do? He's gonna roll in that. Alright, cool. 3 ranged. So, right. And puts 1 away. So, I think I just would repose that. So I could focus to focus to go to the character die. Or I can just harness the force straight up. Or I could just harness the force straight up. Can't afford to play the death field if I harness the force. So if I let's focus, get to that character die, things start going bad. So if I just fluid repose that 3, things aren't looking too terrible. Well, I kind of have to do things regardless. Alright, so I'm going to focus to the Neiman Mastery, which is going to focus to this special, which is going to focus to Vader to pull out a death field for 3. And then the death field rolls into the pool and hits a 3 indirect. There we go. Resolve in 3 indirect. Alright, forsakening that die. He's gonna start doing some good damage on me right now. I need to survive this onslaught, and that's not going to be easy. Because I did just use up all my resources for it. Another 3. I did just spend all my resources to do this play. He can't quite kill anyone here, but it's scary. Yeah, I think I just discard this and reroll all 3 of these. Let's see if I can get more specials or something. Double specials, okay. Just gonna blank that special. Alright. I forgot that I can also get another death field out. So I can special overriding the Neiman Training with Neiman Mastery with the Neiman Training. Not very helpful unless I also get another Neiman Mastery out here. So, you know what? How about I just exhaust death field and roll it in for another 2 indirect. Another 2 indirect. So this death field has just done 8 indirect, which is pretty damn good. Sale's going to remove the die, that's fine. He's going to hit me for 4. Alright. Yeah, I would love to get something else out. I guess I could try for it. Override Neiman Mastery with Neiman Training. Alright, let's discard Neiman Mastery for a Neiman Training. And just roll it into the pool. Just so I have Neiman Mastery in the discard. Because then that means I can do crazy things with the Vader still. He's overwritten. Cool. I'll take money. He'll disrupt it. Cool. I'll claim. He'll take a shield. Alright, so now his X-Wings are terrifying. Now his X-Wings are absolutely terrifying. And draw 3. Will they in Prescient Leap? Prescient Leap would be decent if I had the time. If I had the time, because then I could just discard this Veteran of War. But I don't have the time, so I'm not going to. Alright, I hit a lot of specials. Feat of Strength. Yep. 2 dice showing damage. Alright, so I can Neiman Training to Neiman Training to get out a Neiman Mastery. Which then can swap to the thing, which can then bring out a Deathfield overriding the Force Storm. Deathfield then resolves for 2 damage to everyone. This is pretty terrible. Okay, so Neiman Training to swap out for Neiman Mastery, which then turns this to a special, and then resolve this special to overwrite Force Storm or the Neiman Mastery? The Neiman Mastery with a Deathfield, which costs me 1 to do, and then comes out into my pool, and then gets turned to do a special and resolves for 2 to both. Okay. Exhaust the Deathfield, roll it in for another special. So I have just used up my Your Powers a Week, which is one of the few things that could save me from all of these X-Wings, potentially. But yeah, and that's some serious specials going right there. So I'll just Power Action kill him again. So he could get rid of all of the cards in my hand, basically, and that terrifies me. So I'm just going to Deathfield. That's not the right die, sorry. This is the right die. Gonna use this to resolve this and discard 3 cards from my hand. Alright, there we go. There's all of my good removal without removing it from the pool. I think I should have just blanked the Salt Flats. Blanked it with Salt Flats. Alright, I'm just gonna blank it. Screw it, I should have blanked it before. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake on my part. Alright, roll him in. Special 3 for 1 gun. I mean, I'm not doing damage. It's the problem. Nope. Headstrong, spot yellow. Can't do it. So I could Bloodletting, deal the damage to Vader to turn this to a special, get out Neiman Mastery with that to turn this to a special. Get out Neiman Mastery in order to do more, I guess. Don't really know what I'm going to do with that, though. The Neiman Mastery die will be out, though. I don't have any resource size. There's no way I'm going to be able to play Your Powers a Week anymore. Yeah, just discard to reroll. All of them. I kind of just have to go for this, and I get nothing. I get punished. Let's just see if I can force him to disrupt me for 1. I'll hit him for 1. Problem is he has a double focus side, so he gets to hit me for a 4 here. I'll pass. And he has 4 rerolls of this. So the likelihood that he does not kill me is very, very low here. And then when he does that, it's game over. Yeah, no, I should have absolutely blanked that Veteran of War. But really, I just was a bit too slow. I spent my money. I shouldn't have. I needed your powers a week here, because your powers a week here would have been insane. Okay, he's dead. Discard, reroll. One ranged. Woohoo. One ranged. So he's got 10 health, and he's doing 5 damage per X-Wing to me, basically. So I just claim here. He disrupts me. He turns this, hits me for 4. I can't handle him is the problem. And he can handle me. Badly. So let's just roll out the Vader. Not getting my Soretsus for so long was a problem. I surrender. GG. GG. Bit awkward. Hitting only one mastery. Not got great against support dice. Pretty awkward, pretty awkward. I have the character dice and stuff, but yeah. I kept spending my money and not. I kept spending my money, meaning. He probably just disrupted me if he could. Veteran of War is just so good. I had no real trouble hitting my what's your career with great interest. I had no real trouble here, man, so I like it. I think you rely on luck if you go for but you didn't have dice for me to return, and that jump to hyperspeed, jump to light speed. Delays me for like an entire turn, basically. Full Storm just kept getting dealt with. Full Storm just kept getting dealt with, and that was a problem. I usually expect Lumpy there, but I guess Khan has the higher chance to roll a resource. Because Lumpy has the Guardian, so Lumpy could Guardian for Han. I probably just not bothered. Well, no. Last one was fine. I didn't get Shoto. I didn't get Soretsus, which was a problem. Because those get to let me remove dice showing damages. But like, I just couldn't break through all of his removal. Yeah. I don't have much disrupt in here. Not something blue does. Like, what he's doing is incredibly risky, because the pirates will just tear it apart. It's risky, though. Pirates should just tear that. It should just punish that heavily. Yeah, so this deck lost. This deck was doing well, but this deck lost. Akbar still had 10 health left. Veteran of War, very, very strong card. Very strong card. Very scary. That double discard, double focus, very strong. Yeah, I guess he's right. With decks like mine running around, the pirates are a lot weaker. My version of pirates was fine. It's fine with the plot being increased, like Kragan, Gore. I mean, my pirate. No one likes Kragan. It's awkward. Blue villain does not have access to the removal it once had. Those X-Wings can really hurt, but then if I put in more cards that do damage, more cards that remove damage, then I lose out against the specials. So that's always a problem. Well, okay, so I'm up to 2 losses, which is kind of awkward. So I've got 2 losses and 3 wins. I'm not sure if the problem is I'm not sure if I can get 3 more games in like 2 hours. Not 2 hours. 3 more games in like 1 day. So we'll see. It's been me, Gameside99, aka No Brainer. Thank you for watching. Signing out.